Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Listen, if you've never been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on BrainFlow TV. So, we covered before that the president, Donald Trump, is thinking about, seriously thinking about pardoning Diddy. Well, that took a turn, and we kind of said it in the first video, but let's walk through what he said recently. So, Diddy's lawyers asked about if Trump is going to pardon Diddy, and his lawyers are like, we don't know anything about that. You know what I mean? Well, we can tell you that he should be freed from jail and that he's in there spending time by himself, writing some beautiful prison essays, and he hasn't been outside since September. That's all we know. Well, the day that Sean P. Diddy Combs was convicted of transportation to engage in prostitution, but he was acquitted of all the other racketeering RICO charges, his lead defense attorney, Mark Agnifilio, declared that the verdict was a great victory for the music mogul. In many ways, he said, it was Diddy who dodged some serious charges that could have put him behind bars for life. We know all that already. When it comes down to what's going to happen from here on out, you got all kinds of things going on in the background. You have Diddy's ex-girlfriend writing to the judge, explaining to the judge that he's not a dangerous person. She don't see him as a threat. As a matter of fact, saw news media reporters ran up on her in a parking lot somewhere, like she was coming from the store, Target, Walmart, wherever. She was shopping. She was walking towards her car, and they ran up on her. And they were like, hey, we just want to ask you some questions about Sean P. Diddy Combs. And she was like, okay. And they were like, are you afraid of him? And she looked at them with the strangest look ever. She was like, no. Afraid of him for what? Right? Kind of like along the lines of the young lady who got all that money from him and pretended like she didn't participate in anything, but he got found not guilty of trafficking her, which simply means 12 jurors really believe that Cassie and the other one, who is 50 Cent's baby mom, they were not victims. They were participants. That is the reason why he beat that case. The only thing he got found guilty of was taking them to locations to go engage in prostitution because they were paying these male sex workers for their services. Here's another thing. The male sex workers, some of them stood up in court, and not one of them said it was Diddy who was running the show. All of them said it was Cassie who was running the show. It was her directions. It was her who was into it. And some of them has since done interviews to say that Cassie would contact them on her own. She would set up. She would tell them, I'm going to need you for this. And she would get mad when some of them could not show up. One of them just recently did an interview where he said he walked into the room. And when he walked in the room, there were already 2 other sex workers there. And he, again, like the other one before him, thought he was the only one. And when he walked in there and seen Cassie handling 3 dicks at once, he was like, I'm heartbroken, bro, because I didn't think that way of her. I didn't think she was capable of that. You know what I mean? So Cassie said to the judge on behalf of her attorneys after Diddy was convicted that she feels like she is in danger and they should keep him in there. My thing is this. He was out the whole time before he got convicted. He wasn't hurting nobody. He was going about his business. Matter of fact, when he found out that he was going to be arrested or could possibly be arrested, he flew from Miami to New York, got closer to the people who could arrest him so they didn't have to go looking for him, right? That's a person in good faith. And like I said, again, he also offered not just $50 million in cash, but he also offered up 2 mansions, one of his and his mom's primary home. He also offered up all his family members' travel documents. That's not somebody who's planning to run anywhere. But Cassie doubled down. And I don't think Cassie wanted to double down because she wanted to double down. I think somebody is pushing her buttons, making her do what she did. And that's the way she's rolling, right? Because there stands to be a whole lot of money that's paid out. Listen, she skated from this with $30 million, even though he got found not guilty. Now, here's the thing. If Diddy did not pay her a penny and took it to court, he would have came off with her not getting any money. I know he regrets paying her that money, but I won't be a hypocrite. I said it from before. I said he kind of messed up her music career, even though she did not dedicate herself enough, according to the testimonies from all the people who were even testifying against him. They were supposed to be in her defense, but they ended up telling on her. Because they said the more Diddy started dealing with her and making it known around the office that this was his exclusive woman, is the more that she didn't want to do music anymore. She didn't want to spend long nights in the studio. She didn't want to go to the writing sessions and the choreography dance sessions and get ready to go on tour, working on an album. She just wanted to party, and she just wanted to do these freak offs, and she was a kept woman and these expensive shopping sprees and whatever. So they were like, she started getting really bossy and really demanding and really falling into that role and forgetting that she herself was an artist. So she fell into that, right? At the fault of nobody else. I'm glad that a whole jury of 12 actually saw that. Because if they saw anything different, Diddy would have been hit with racketeering, sex trafficking, all the RICO charges, which carried 30 plus years at a minimum, and he would have been gone for a long time. Now, with that out the way, everybody wants to know what's popping with Papa Trump. I'm not saying Papa Trump because I'm a grown-ass man, not calling another grown man Papa, but that's what they've been calling him, right? Is he going to pardon Diddy? Well, here's the scoop. Donald Trump said that Sean P. Diddy Combs used to be an associate of his. And then he went back and said, not even an associate, he used to be a really good friend of his. Judging from all the pictures I've seen of them together, it looks like they were really, really good friends. And if you listen throughout the trial, there were a lot of times that a lot of those freak-offs took place in the Trump Towers, at a top suite in the Trump Towers. So you can do the math to that, right? Well, with that said, Trump said, I don't know. He was like really cool. We were really good friends. And then I decided to run for president. And the first time I ran for president, it was all good. And then this time when I tried to run for president, he just turned against me. He got like real evil. See, here is where power comes in. Because when I wasn't president, I was just a normal businessman like you. And we're both rich. So we both got power and pull. But now I am the president with the power to pardon you. But you turned against me while I was trying to get to this position. So am I going to use my powers to help you out now? And this is where Trump is at. I watched the interview with him just now where he actually explained that this is very complicated to pardon Diddy, and they asked him why. So based on current information that was available as of August 2nd of 2025, Donald Trump said, he don't know if he could really pardon Diddy. Now, here are some of the things to look at. There are pardon power limitations. The president's power to grant pardon is for offenses that are against the United States, meaning only federal crimes can be pardoned. Diddy's case is a Fed case, though, right? RICO. Trump does not have the authority to pardon Diddy for any state criminal charges or federal state civil claims that he may be facing. Diddy was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, a federal offense, and the president has the power to pardon federal offenses. These convictions actually fall under the scope of presidential pardon power. So he does have the power to do it. Now, while Trump has the legal power to pardon Diddy for federal offenses, including those that are related to the recent convictions, there are reports that discussions about the timing of any potential pardon, whether it'll be before his sentencing or after his sentencing, as well as the political implications of such a decision, is what's being discussed. So, plain and simply put, right, Trump, is pandering to his audience, to his supporters. He has pardoned some unscrupulous characters, some of whom have went back to prison for life, some of whom were caught up in sex scandals with minors since their pardon, some of whom have gotten in trouble with the police since their pardon. So it's not like he has pardoned all good people and they continue to be good. But here's the thing. He pardoned all white folks. And, the MAGA train is blowing full steam ahead. Choo, 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 choo. Everybody is on board over there, and you have to have been on board. They don't want a bandwagonist. So they are now very revengeful. They are looking at their leader, who is the president, like, you better not pardon him, because that's a powerful black man who could have rallied the black community to your support during the election when you needed him the most, but he actually turned against you. So now that he is in trouble, why are you going to pardon him for? And that's where the political stuff comes in. Truthfully speaking, Trump could bargain with Diddy and his team behind the scenes. I don't know. It would be illegal to say, pay me some money and I'll pardon you. But it's not far-fetched to say, okay, well, you're going to have to play to my side now. Kind of like a Kodak Black pardon. If you notice, after he pardoned Kodak Black for the whole presidential campaign, he worked his ass off, literally, for Trump. Kodak was on social media threatening to fight people, threatening to find people and shoot them and do all kinds of stuff to them if they said anything bad about Trump, because he pardoned them. Kodak Black is Haitian. Kodak Black is one of the most popular Haitians in the United States of America and possibly in the world. Kodak Black pandered to Donald Trump and didn't even think about his Haitian people. And as you can see, TPS, Temporary Protective Service, for Haitians, 500,000 plus of them will be removed under Donald Trump, which means 500,000 Haitians stand to be deported back to Haiti. Back to Haiti, that's looking like a war zone right now, right? I know some people came on my channel and said, stop talking about Haiti because you don't know. It's only one part of Haiti that's really bad. The rest of Haiti is good. These people can go back to Haiti. They don't have to stay in Port-au-Prince. They can go off into the hills or go into somewhere else and live a fairly normal life. Hey, last thing I know is the United States of America scraped all their dignitaries and all their peoples out of Haiti. And they issued a warning that said no flights are going to be going from the United States of America to Haiti, which means you can't even book a flight and get on a plane from the U.S. to go to Haiti because they consider it to be that bad. The last plane landed in Haiti got shot up. I don't know, but it happened. So they decided no more flights from the U.S. to Haiti. Haiti is on its own. I'm trying to think, how the hell are they going to deport these Haitians after they took away their TPS when no flights are allowed? Are they going to roll up in a boat or a ship? Or are they going to use military planes and be guarded just to drop these people off into a place where they've been telling everybody else, if you think you're going to Haiti, plan your funeral first? Wow. But this is the same place that they're saying is safe for Haitians to be deported back to. Back to what I said earlier, Kodak Black, who is a famous Haitian who claims he's for his Haitian people, supported the individual who just said 500,000 Haitians need to leave the United States of America. So this is how Kodak Black was used. And I'm thinking that if Donald Trump pardons Diddy, Diddy will have to pander to him in some way, payback, something like that. Shit, he just pardoned NBA YoungBoy, a presidential pardon, which is a full swipe of your criminal record like it never existed. Fresh start on life. NBA YoungBoy named his album that he dropped Massa. Massa. Like, yes, sir, Massa. And then he came out on the media and said anything that Trump is doing is good for the youths. So you see, he knows how to use who he has to use to get his agenda across. And if he ends up pardoning Diddy, Diddy will have to first work to be in his good graces because he turned on him during the elections. And a friend that turns on you when you need them the most, and then you win without them and end up in a position of power where they now need your help, like him or not, anybody would be salty. Anybody would be like, yeah, you turned on me when I needed you. So what you want me to do for you now? Well, here what? This is how it's going to go. The ball is in Trump's court. Okay? So for everybody who's wondering, is it true? Is he going to pardon him? Okay, he's not going to pardon him. That's the complication of that relationship right there. They used to be cool, really, really cool. Used to hang out, used to be good friends, not just cool. Diddy turned on him. He kind of salty about it. So he's trying to figure out how to get this done while pandering to his side. So that's the update to, is Trump going to pardon Diddy? All right, I'm going to leave this one right here for now. You leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one, and I'll catch you on the next video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.